In June 2016, the UK voted to leave the European Union. However, 58% of York actually wanted to remain. York Central MP Rachael Maskell held a meeting to talk to constituents in advance of the Parliament vote on Tuesday.
People are arriving at my meeting here in Clements Hall for a discussion about Brexit, where we're at, where we are heading to. And of course there are lots of question marks over that at the moment as Parliament is in such turmoil, as it's very clear that Theresa May's Brexit plan is just not working. It's not what people want, it's not what people say they voted for. And therefore I'm here listening to my constituents to hear exactly what they do want for the future, and then to work with them to find out how we get to that destination.
And then the floor was opened up to the people.
What can we do individually as constituents of someone who already agrees with us to alter that parliamentary arithmetic elsewhere, by influencing things elsewhere in the country?
There's been a lot of polls around the country, but one's conducted in Sunderland by the local MPs claiming to show that the people there are all in favour of a people's vote now and for remaining. In my ward, I've been getting a completely different picture, and I was just wondering if you and the people in this room are convinced by the polling that some on your side are putting out.
Ms Maskell originally backed the Remain campaign, but understands why people voted both ways.
For me, that vote on the 23rd of June 2016 showed our nation was divided, and divided for all sorts of reasons. If we think we're in the really struggling with insecurity of work, not necessarily having access to the housing they need, services certainly underfunded, and therefore people voted with their heart and their conscience and to do the best for our country, and I respect everybody that voted. Clearly things have gone terribly wrong, and I believe it's the responsibility of all MPs to be out in their community all of the time, listening, engaging with, seeking the opinions of their constituents. After all, I don't believe any MP holds the monopoly of wisdom. I believe that between us we may have the very solutions our country needs, and it's really important that MPs are present in their communities but also present in Parliament, speaking up for the people that elected them to be their voice.
Residents of York have praised the MP's efforts to reach out to the community.
I think she's doing a really good job in what is inevitably a really difficult process. I mean, as she said, you've got massive tribalism in Parliament at the moment. The deal that Theresa May's come up with is a disaster. These opportunities to actually talk to her and to hear from her where they are actually at the moment, what they're actually arguing for, what she's arguing for, and tell her in response, this is what we feel, this is what we're hearing, and this is what is an issue for us, I think is really critical.
Whichever way the vote goes, what have we learnt from Brexit?
What, if anything, the referendum has highlighted is I think there is a big divide between Parliament and people, and I think that's for a load of reasons.
Whatever the outcome is, and none of us can predict that at the moment, I believe politics as a process needs to massively change. It needs to come closer to people. Decision making needs to be about community involvement, and people really need to have their say.
The vote in Parliament takes place on the 11th of December, but the impact on Europe will last for a very long time afterwards. Will the worries of Remainers become a reality? Only time will tell. Kit Saylor, That's TV.